Y'all, welcome back to the Bunny Barn. Everybody say hello to Esmeralda. That is my stripper on a pole with the Pantera logo and everything. I feel like I should always introduce her whenever she's like in. I think for now on I'm going to do that in every metal around the world. Who thinks I should do that? Let me know. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. Today's country we're going to be concentrating on is Finland. And yes, I know I am not going in alphabetical order. But anyways, Finland, I think we all know, has a lot of great heavy bands, like especially whether they're underground, mainstream, or in the middle. They, from what I've heard, Finland has like the most heavy metal bands that's coming out of that country than any other country, I mean. So, from what I've heard, at least. And let's go ahead and let me tell you who I'm going to exclude. I'm not going to talk about Nightwish, although there is a member of that band I will be talking about. And I mean, I'm not going to be talking about Children of Bodom because they are too popular and they already are well known. And as well, I'm not going to talk about Him. Now, Him isn't really a metal band or anything. They're more like hard rock, but I just felt like I should mention that sometimes I do add maybe bands that aren't really metal either. Not as much, but like maybe there's like one or two bands. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with Finland. This band is interesting. They are called Heavy Surahs, and it said, like when I was reading their biography off Spotify, it was started by 5 parents that wanted friendly power metal for their children, and these Heavy Surahs like milk, cookies, and burpee, and they like furry animals. I don't know if they like to eat the furry animals or they just really like them as pets, but it's pretty good. It's not bad. I mean, some of them are singing in Finnish and some of it is in English, I believe. So far, the ones I've listened to is in Finnish, but it's really interesting, and I think you guys should really check it out. It's a cool topic. I thought it was gonna be, because when I first saw the picture, it was kind of like a small little thumbnail. I thought it was gonna be like, guys dressed up in like dinosaur makeup, but then when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, are these really like action figures? What the hell? It was like I couldn't believe my eyes. But yeah, this is a band, like, give it a chance. Just listen to them. Just definitely listen to them. They even have a Christmas album, you guys. I mean, they even have a Christmas album. What the hell? It's so cool. Let's just play one real quick, even though I'm not supposed to be playing music, copyrighted music. But they have a few albums here. They've been around for, I think, 2008 from what I've read. And yeah, and let's see how many places they're listened to around the world. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, okay, Helsinki. It's mostly all Finland. Okay, so it's all Finland. And it makes sense because their music is mainly in Finnish. So, but it's really good. I like it. It's very interesting. I really like it. Next band is Taro. Taro is, believe it or not, it was started by I never know if I say their last name right. I feel like I say them wrong, but Hetalia, basically Marco Hetalia from Nightwish, him and his brothers started a band like in the 80s, and they kind of did like a lot of cover songs of famous songs, but then eventually did like their own stuff. It's like basically power metal, and it is some damn good power metal. I love Marcos Hetalia voice. He has a very good voice. You could tell is way more power metal than what he is with Nightwish, that is basically symphonic metal. But he is very, very talented, and the band is really good. I believe they have like maybe 4 albums. I think the last one was in 2013. I am not sure, but from what I've heard, they're still together though. They're still together. I don't think they've broken up. It's just they come out with an album every few years, and I'm pretty sure Marco Hetalia puts Nightwish first, because they obviously Nightwish is like more of the money maker. So, but it's definitely a band to check out, especially if you love power metal. This is definitely a band to check out. Okay, so obviously they are listened to more in Helsinki, and basically Finland, Sweden, and Norway are the top places that they are listened to in. Actually, their last album was in 2010, and they have a couple of live albums, and of course, a few that are just like that they re-recorded from like other bands and stuff like that. Obviously, like here's this one where it's like they have Born to Be Wild, Can't Get Enough, and Hope You're Feeling Better, Good Times, Bad Times. Obviously, that's from like Led Zeppelin. So yeah, just, you know, they've done a lot of cover stuff, and then of course as well as their own stuff. Next band is Lordy. If you guys don't know who Lordy is, I feel like they're really underrated, which is kind of sad because they won the Eurovision Song Contest. If you guys don't know what the Eurovision Song Contest, kind of think of it like American Idol, but think of it like American Idol meets FIFA, like the World Cup, and combined it together, and it's all in one day. That's how huge it is in Europe, and I love it. The thing is, like, we don't get it here in the States. It's not that big in North America or even in any of the American countries like South America or Central America. It's not that big. So I try to always watch it like online or whatever. I try to get my hands on it, whatever. But for some reason this year, Eurovision did not put it up on their, what's it called? Well, they did put it on their official YouTube page, but they made sure the United States could not see it, which was fucking wrong, man. Lordy won the Eurovision Song Contest in 2006, I believe. The first win for Finland. So in case you guys don't know that. And then I found out who Lordy was, I think in 2009. I remember I was like all depressed and everything because I had just went through a horrible heartbreak. And for some reason, my TV was on the Christian channel. And who came up? It was Lordy with Hard Rock Hallelujah. Now, from what I've heard, like the drummer is a Christian, I think. I'm not sure. I remember I was talking about it on a thread on YouTube with somebody. So I believe they do have some Christian beliefs. I am not sure. But this band, I love it because they use like prosthetic makeup. They even had some kind of horror movie. I didn't think it did that well though. I forgot the name of the horror movie, but I'll leave it around here somewhere. But they had a horror movie come out as well, and I just love their prosthetic makeup. You guys don't forget I've done prosthetic makeup myself, and I am a makeup artist. So they are definitely a cool band, and I know they are now playing in the States a little bit. They're not that popular here. I think they only did like 5 states out of the whole US, and I think they played like maybe 1 show in Canada. So they are slowly coming overseas over here. It's taking them a while, but they have been around for years, and this is definitely a band you guys need to check out. Okay, so they've been around since 1996, or at least they assembled in 1996, and they assembled actually in Sweden. They are more popular in Sweden, that's probably why. Helsinki is next, and then Sweden, Gothenburg, and Oslo, and of course the Mexicanos. Oh my god. This band maybe has been talked about a little too much. Maybe they are one of the most common ones. A lot of people don't like them, a lot of people do. And they are called Sonata Arctica. Did I say that right? I like these guys. I like these guys a lot. I know not a lot of people like them for some reason, or a lot of people hate on them. At least the people that I've met. I'm not really talking based off online or anything like that on the internet. Just I know a lot of people that I know personally who have met them and don't like this band for some reason. I got into Sonata Arctica probably around the same time when I got into Nightwish, and I really like their music a lot. I've heard some of their stuff live. It sounds fine to me. I know a lot of people have complained about them being live, but really I think that's just like a really biased opinion. I think a lot of these band members are just assholes that are talking shit about them. It's like, I don't know, but it's like I've heard some of their stuff. It sounds okay to me. The song, oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard enough about the song. I'm not sure, but the song you guys need to listen to is White Pearl Black Ocean. It is such a beautiful song. It's basically about a guy who's basically a loner, and he takes care of the freaking what's that shit called? Takes care of that watchtower or whatever it's called, you know, the ones that guides the ship in. So anyways, that's his job, and then one day he decides to go into the city, and then he meets a girl, and then he goes over her place, and then, you know, they have a one-night stand or whatever. Ends up being she's married, and the husband finds out and like hits him across the head, or something like that, and then he wakes up remembering that he has to go back to the watchtower and guide the ship, which was called the Black Pearl. And it fucking crashed into like the what's it called, the reefs or whatever, it basically crashed into the rocks, and a lot of people died, and it's all his fault. Of course, guilt takes over him and he commits suicide. It wasn't gonna have a happy ending. I'm sorry if you guys wanted a happy ending, and I'm sorry if I gave it away, but definitely listen to the song. You know what, I'll show you. They have many great albums and songs out there. I know I love Full Moon, and they are very big, of course, in their home country, Santiago, Chile, Mexicanos, and Stockholm, Sweden, and Sao Paulo, Brazil. So they are a very pretty well-known band from what I've heard. Next band up is, hopefully I can say the name right, is Stradivarius. I'm looking at my lips right now. Stradivarius. From what I heard, it was like a very expensive violin. I think that's what they're named after. I know I told one of my friends who's older and hasn't heard of this band before, because he liked the music. He's like, oh, what band is that? I was like, Stradivarius? I'm not sure. He's like, that's like an expensive violin. I was like, oh. He's like, why did they name themselves that? I was like, I have no idea. But this is a pretty cool band. I like listening to their stuff. I don't listen to them that much, I will admit, but they have pretty cool stuff. But I think they also have a song called Black Diamond, just like Kiss, but it's not like the same as Kiss. Alright, so they are also formed in Helsinki, and of course they are big there, and in Mexico. Oh my god, Mexico! Why is it always Mexico City? How come it's never like Michoacan or something like that? Anyway, Santiago, Chile, Sao Paulo, and Stockholm, Sweden. So yes, they are probably one of the most known Finnish band out there, along with Sonata Arctica. Next band up is Einzifarum. Oh my god, I swear to you all, every band from every country, I am going to have a hard time pronouncing their names. Einzifarum is also a band from Helsinki, I believe, and they do a lot more of that Viking metal type, and it's pretty cool. I really like it. I don't listen to them all the time either, like let's sort of say to like Amarth, but they're pretty cool to listen to every now and then. I'm pretty sure they and from what I've heard, I think they're also one of like Finland's more popular metal bands out there too, from what I've heard. So let's go ahead and check that out. Like nothing more sexier than Viking metal shit, man. I mean, look at that. Look how hot they look. Anyways, ooh, let's see what it means. Okay, Einzifarum means sword bearer. Okay, it's Latin. All right. So obviously, yes, they are popular in Helsinki, Stockholm, Mexico City, Oslo, Norway, and Santiago, Chile. So yeah, from what it seems, it's like they're probably one of the more popular Finnish metal bands out there. Next band up is Impaled Nazareth. I hope I said that right. They are a death metal band, which is about time I kind of bumped into a death metal band from Finland. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them, but I just kept getting like power metal or, you know, symphonic metal or melodic metal. And they're good. It's just I haven't listened to so much death metal in a long time. I think it's Arch Enemy would be considered. I think they're just like the only ones I listen to. So I feel like it took my ear to kind of like get used to it again, because I mean, I love death metal. I'm just not like, you know, I could tell you every band and, you know, and what I love about it and stuff like that, and that's all I could tell you about. But okay, so Helsinki, Mexico, yes, it doesn't surprise me. Mexico, they do like power metal a lot, as well as death metal. I have noticed from there, and almost anything German, the Mexicans like a lot. At least that's from what I've learned so much from my people. At least that's what my people have told me. Santiago, Chile. Okay, so it's like almost the same regions. Okay, so this video is getting a little too long. I don't want to be boring everybody, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like just mention real quickly these three bands, just their names. Okay, Korpiklani. I hope I said it right. I think we all are familiar with them, especially with the song Vodka. I mean, how can you not like that? Oh, the other band, Winter Sun. I only listened to a few songs for them, so I don't really want to like. So obviously, I'm not going to talk about them that much because I didn't have enough time to like listen to them that much. And also Moon Sorrow. It's another Finnish band as well. So if you guys want to check them out, I'll leave links there down below. I probably should have listened to them more than and then possibly Sonata Arctica. I mean, all of us already kind of know them. I probably should have done that, but you know, I'm still learning along the way while doing this process, you guys. But one band I do want to talk about, and I don't need no notes for this. Actually, two bands. Norther. Norther's a very good band. I was listening to them quite a bit. Song that I love real quick from them is Believe. I mean, that is like such a romantic song to me. I mean, it's like a heartbreaking romantic song, but you gotta remember, I'm a metalhead, you guys, and typically girls like Adele, when it comes to like heartbreaking songs, I don't, because I feel like that bitch is trying to make people commit suicide with her garbage ass music. Don't get me wrong, some of her lyrics are kind of good, but I ain't into that, you know, trying to make me feel even worse. At least with Northern, with that song Believe, like it made me feel empowered after like somebody will give you like, you know, break your heart or something like that. And it's like romantic to me. I don't know why. I just feel like hugging the guy and like telling him everything will be okay. But that one's a good song. Well, as this last one, I had to end it with. They are called Dead End, and like they're kind of small. I don't think that many people have heard of them. They have, I believe, 4 albums out. They've been around since 2008, or at least they formed in 2008. And they have pretty good albums I should check out. And I believe the last one was like in 2015 or 2016. I am not sure when the last one was. But they are a good band. It is death meets melodic metal. And I'm like, holy shit. Even though I just said some shit about, you know, death metal, you know, that I'm not very used to listening to it all the time. But holy crap, this is really good. I was just like, as soon as like I heard like the guys like, you know, doing the whole death metal screaming, at first I was like, oh, I was not expecting this, because you know the sound of the music was very melodic, and you know, very melodic symphonic kind of powery kind of metal. But then all of a sudden the other guy vocals came in, and I was like, oh, okay. And then from then on I couldn't stop listening to it, and then I got used to it, and I was like, holy shit, new favorite band right here. I really like them. So yeah, let's go ahead and check them out. Right here, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you a little preview of their music. I know I should not be doing this. YouTube, don't yell at me. Skip it a little bit ahead. Obviously Helsinki again is mostly all in Finland and Sweden, so obviously they need to reach out. People, come on, share this band like they're like the Plague or something. Yeah, so they only have like 3 albums. Actually, it's not 4, it's 3. That is it, you guys, and I hope you enjoy this. There was, wow, Finland had like a long list. Next month I am going to attempt to do 3 countries this time, because I get the feeling the 2 that I'm going to choose are really small countries and not that many metal bands may come from there. So yeah, so I am going to do that. Stay tuned, you guys, because next week we are going to be talking about Iceland. Wish me luck, because this sounds like a mission to be looking music from there. Bye! Wait, there is one more band I have to talk about, or group. I think they're a group. They're also from Finland. This isn't part of the metal community or anything like that, but they're very catchy, and I like to listen to them. I don't know what they will be considered, but it's like an all-girl group, and I love their songs. And yeah, let's take a quick look at them, you guys. Okay, so the band is called Indica. And this is the song I first heard of them. I found it actually through YouTube, I think a year ago. But they kind of remind me like the grunge of Finnish. But from what it seems, they started in 2002. So they're not very 90s. Sound, a witchy sound, and goth sound. So it's like almost like, to me, in my personal opinion, it will be like folk music meets grunge. So yeah, so obviously they are mainly only popular in Finland.